What's up, guys? Mad Fragger back again. Got another fragrance review video for you, and today I want to share with you a fragrance from Paco Rabanne, and it's Ultrared Man. There's also an Ultraviolet Man in this line, um, and this is a 100 ml bottle and an EDT concentration here. Um, this is said to be similar to Ultra Zest by Mugler. I have not got my nose on that one, so I can't speak today on how similar it is or how close it is to Ultra Zest. But what I can tell you is this is a great fragrance here, guys. Starting off with the presentation, as per the usual for Paco Rabanne, adventurous, playful kind of presentations. Some would say tacky and gaudy, but I say pretty cool. Um, this one is basically, I like the gradient here, how it's kind of the darker red, and then it's gradient into the lighter here, into almost clear. And then it's basically a staple gun. I mean, that's what I call this, the stapler, and that's what it looks like. That's how it acts when you spray this bad boy. It's like a staple gun. I mean, what more can you say? Great atomizer on this though. I mean, puts out a huge bit of juice. I mean, really good atomizer here. Only takes a couple sprays, and man, when this thing gets in the air, guys, this is just beautiful. So what you got here? This fragrance has largely been attributed to Orange Creamsicle. You know, the old Good Humor ice cream company makes those orange creamsicles. And so that's what this has been likened to. And that is pretty much what you get here. If you ask, is it fruity? Very. Is it sweet? Yes. Is it playful? Definitely. But there's another side to this fragrance. This isn't just a sweet, playful fragrance. When this thing opens up, you get a little bit of freshness. You get the orange. You get that vanilla. There's only 5 notes in this fragrance: blood orange, vanilla, tonka bean, patchouli, and praline. So it opens up with that, like I said, creamsicle, orange, vanilla. It's got a little bit of freshness to it. But then as this thing starts to dry down, it takes on a little bit more maturity. That praline starts to come in, and it gives it almost kind of like a smooth, creamy, kind of chocolatey vibe. The patchouli and the tonka bean give it some additional creaminess and like earthiness, like just a perfect balance against that sweet orange and vanilla. Like it balances against it just right, and you get a really mature and sexy dry down on this thing. I mean, it dries down just incredible. So in my opinion, just in my humble opinion, I mean, I've had this for a little bit. I've given it a couple wears. Yes, it does smell like orange creamsicle. I will say that, but that's not all that's going on here. This fragrance surprised me in a really good way. I was pleasantly surprised to find out that it wasn't just a sweet, playful orange creamsicle. Ice cream truck music playing in your head when you smell this thing. Uh, that's not all that's going on here. This is a sexy fragrance, and it's got some really got some great things going on here besides just the orange and vanilla, besides just the creamsicle smell. There's a lot going on here, and the way that it balances and comes together in this fragrance is just absolutely amazing. I could see this being fairly versatile. Far as performance goes on this, I've the couple times that I've given this a wear, I get 8+ hours on longevity. It does project really well. I wouldn't call it a super loud fragrance necessarily, but it does project good. It does have above average projection, and it does make itself known. Um, and it does last for a good amount of time. You can pick this up nowadays at discounters. It's about $40, and there's a whole thing with this fragrance where it was out, and then they discontinued it, and then it kind of, what happens a lot of times, they discontinue a fragrance. That's when everybody starts to get really interested in it, and this thing was going for like a couple $100 on eBay, and it just got kind of out of control. Then apparently, from what I can tell, they found an old batch that they didn't know existed or something, and re-released it. And so I don't know. I mean, in my opinion, there's probably a lot of pissed off people out there that bought it when it was discontinued and going for a couple $100, and now turn around another year later maybe, and you can pick this thing up for $40. But at the price point that you're going to pay for this right now, around $40, $35, $40, this is definitely worth a pickup. Hats off to this fragrance. Of course, this thing is great. Now, would I pay $200 for this? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that a couple $100 is a fair price for this, but for $40, it's a steal. For $40, definitely grab this one up while you can, because who knows? With the contentious history that this thing's had, who knows? It may be discontinued again soon, and just logic would tell you that if that's the case, and they found an old batch or something, and that's what they're selling now, then eventually that's bound to run out, and they're not making it anymore. So yeah, in my estimation, pick this up because it's a freaking great fragrance, but also because, there may not be a lot of time to pick this up. Who knows? Um, but just in general, this is a fantastic fragrance that's worth owning and worth picking up, especially if you like fragrances that are a little bit on the sweet and playful side. But also, it's bringing a lot more than that to the table. Um, in true Paco Rabanne fashion, this fragrance kind of embodies the Paco Rabanne, like in my estimation, the Paco Rabanne feel and vibe, which is playful and sweet, but at the same time, a little bit sexy, a little bit on the mature side. Kind of balancing that out. So it does a great job of that right here. So Paco Rabanne Ultrared Man, my opinion, worth picking up, worth having. Great performing fragrance, great smelling fragrance, worth having, worth picking up. Thanks for joining me today for this review. I'm the Mad Fragger, and I'll see you next time.